Hey guys, me your host Super Sorrow, thank you very much for tuning in. It's time for part 2 of the New York Toy Fair coverage. And I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts and feelings on some of the stuff that I found today. Got some more Marvel Legends here, some Alien and Predator. We've got some NECA stuff, we've got a mixture of everything, some Black Series, some Star Wars. So let's talk what has been released and what I'm excited for day 2. Now I said I'd do a day 2 if the first video went very well and you got a lot of hits from you guys, and you guys seem to really enjoy the day 1 content. So I thought I'd go ahead and do day 2, and it's not in any particular order. Some of this stuff was announced yesterday, and but most of this stuff was announced today. So let's get right in there with the details. So we're looking at, first of all, it is, I want to call it, I think I know his name, Beta Ray Bill? One of the many Thors that we've had over the years, and it was actually his hammer, I believe, that Thor is using in the current movie. And yeah, looks a very cool figure, another nice, awesome Asgardian Thor to have in our collection. He's a weird looking dude. We did see his head in the MCU, though, if you remember, carved into the side of one of the buildings that built the Colosseum Stadium thing where Hulk was. So, interesting. But the figure, really cool, based on the comic book version, and yeah, it's going to be an awesome figure to own in the collection. Then, no, these are funny. This is basically like a retro series. This is called the Classic Assortments of Alien and Predator. Now, obviously, it's called like a classics line, but that Alien is definitely from the new movie. And that Predator looks sick, and it's based on the new Predator. So that is pretty cool to have, and they're creating like a Kenner style basic figure. I'm not sure on the size. These are kind of just images that have been released so far, but I can't wait to find out more about this little series. It looks quite cartoony. That Predator looks like he would fit in with like the Disney Infinity range. Moving on though, NECA has given us a second Pennywise, the classic Pennywise, and this time we get a yellow balloon that says "Turn Back Now" with his big like octopus style hand, whatever it's meant to be. And he's also got the picture with his hand reaching out to grab you. Awesome if you didn't get the first figure, but I think the first figure was better. I don't understand why NECA do this. They release so many of the same figure, like all these Pennywises. Why don't they just release as an accessories bundle which comes with loads of new heads and stuff? I think that would go down better for collectors like me. But I understand if you didn't get the first figure, and if maybe it's gone up in price now, or it's harder to find, so a second release figure is as good for you. I don't know. I prefer accessory packs, but that's just me. But either way, you know I'm probably gonna grab it, right? Then we get in an 8-inch cloth clothing Pennywise based on the new version of It from the new movie. Obviously part 2, the sequel, comes out this year, so Pennywise is going to be quite popular again this year, so NECA are kind of cashing in while they can and are releasing a clothed 8-inch version of Pennywise. Do you know what? I'm definitely probably going to grab this. It looks really nice. I think this figure would render itself well with actual clothing, just because of the way the character is. I think the hair looks to be still plastic, but the rest of it is like cloth, so could be interesting. I'm going to definitely see how that turns out. And I'm probably going to definitely pick it up. Star Wars announced, well, Hasbro announced that they're going to be doing the retro series. The 3.75-inch line is going to be re-released back from the days of the 70s when all this first came about, the Kenner style series. Hasbro are going to be re-releasing them with the card backs and everything. It looks pretty cool. And yeah, it just looks like a cool line to own. I believe these are going to be about $7.95 each to buy. I think I've seen a couple of times that it's about 70 quid all in for the set. So that's interesting, and Kenner do seem behind this and seem to be pushing it. So you know, sounds like fun. But yeah, a retro collection series. I'm not sure if I'm going to be picking this up, but I'm excited about it. I want to see what they're all about, but See, I'm not a child of the 70s, so I'm not as excited for this as probably some of those that were. Well, hey ho, I will see what they're like when they come out, and I might be tempted to pick a few up for review. Then we're getting a Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi based on his appearance in Episode 1. Now, there is going to be a special boxed version which is coming in the retro bubble style packaging with the Episode 1 card. And there's going to be a Darth Maul and an Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is this one. They're going to be released at Celebration. However, it does seem that we are also getting a single boxed version of Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. So do not fear, we are getting our Obi-Wan Kenobis regardless, and I'm excited by that because we've got Qui-Gon Jinn, and I've been using an SH Figure Arts Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi because obviously these figure arts are about an inch difference, so it makes the height difference between Qui-Gon, Ewan McGregor, you know, pretty good. So we'll see how this one is. I'll compare it to the Figure Arts one, and I'll do a full review when this one comes out. I'm quite excited for that figure. As you guys know, Phantom Menace was the first ever Star Wars film that I saw at the cinema. I'm a 90s child, so Episode 1's where it all started for me. Then the Star Wars Vintage Collection is going to be releasing the Star Wars Return of the Jedi Jabba's Palace, which you also get Han Solo and Ree thrown in with it. Now these are for the Star Wars Black Series collection, so the vintage versions, the smaller ones. So it looks pretty cool. It's a nice adventure set based on obviously the original Kenner style series. I've not been picking the vintage wave stuff up, but I could be tempted by that palace. And if they're gonna throw in some figures and stuff, I could be tempted to get it and then start collecting the vintage line. Who knows? But yeah, that's a really nice set to have. Here we see a Devil May Cry 5 versions of Dante. It looks pretty decent. I like how it looks. And there's the new character there as well. I forgot his name. But Dante, especially with the red jacket, it looks to be like a forked leather. It looks really nice. That's just a prototype figure at the moment. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do further with that one. I definitely want it though. Then we move on to DC figures and the new Harley Quinn. These are the DC Essentials. And we've got Harley Quinn there about to clobber Nightcrawler. Both of those new figures look real nice. Then moving on, still with the Essentials line, you've got Wonder Woman and Tigra? I may have completely got that wrong. But yeah, either way, those figures look awesome. Then we've got Superman and Supergirl fighting on top of the building. Supergirl looks awesome. That Superman, though, it's not obviously Superman, it's obviously some form of robot. But it still looks pretty cool. I like the figure and I like the design, so definitely picking up those. Supergirl looks amazing. Can't wait to get Supergirl. Then we see we've got the DC Essentials, Batgirl and Joker here as well. The Joker looks insane. The face sculpt on that Joker, it's blowing me out of the water every time I look at it. It just looks so good. Can't wait to get my hands on that figure. Batgirl looks good as well. That's a great line to have. So as soon as that entire line is a good line, if they're all part of the same wave, I'll be pre-ordering that wave straight away. Batman animated series here, and it looks like we're getting some more. That's the robot Batman. I can't remember its name. It had like they did have a name, but yeah, they got the robot Batman. That looks pretty cool. Scarecrow as well, the classic Scarecrow. So far in the animated series, we've only had the reimagined Scarecrow, which was a really sinister looking dude, but the original animated series Scarecrow was pretty harmless by comparison. I love the way this one looks. This is the way I imagine Scarecrow still to look today, because that's the Scarecrow I grew up with. The animated series of Batman was a big influence on me as a child, so that Scarecrow is definitely one that I want in my collection. We're also getting the Batbike as well. The Batcycle just looks pretty cool. I really can't wait for that one. And it looks like we are getting, I think, is that the fish accessory in the background with eyes and stuff? It looks weird. Who was hiding inside of that? I can't remember now, but somebody was hiding in it, right? Was it Joker or something? Craziness. Two more figures there as well. I'm not sure on the back on the right. I don't know who that is, but I think the guy on the left is meant to be Red Hood. I'm useless with names, guys. As you know, names are not my strong suit. But we do seem to be getting a new Deathstroke, and Deathstroke looks awesome. Deathstroke or Deathshot? That's Deathstroke, right? I'm so sorry. I'm butchering all these names. The figure looks nice, though. I like the fact that it comes with a masked or an unmasked head. That really makes it for me. Looks nice. That body looks like it could be a buffed up Cyclops. But yeah, I'm really liking how he looks. I like the eye patch and the animated series look of him. Looks pretty cool. Definitely going to be picking that up. Then we seem to be getting an armoured bat again. This obviously taken from the animated series when they did that episode of The Dark Knight Returns in the Batman new animated series. So that's pretty cool. Moving on to Marvel Legends, and as you can see there, we've got a few there in the background. But the one I'm looking at most here is Hercules. He looks awesome. Really need that in my collection. He looks awesome. They've managed to make him look really ripped as well. He looks really good. Like that figure. Then we're getting the Grandmaster and Korg as a 2-pack, which is awesome. Both figures are ones that people are going to want. Most people want Korg, so I imagine that set is going to sell like hotcakes. So as soon as that comes up for review, I would highly recommend getting your pre-orders in straight away. We've seen a few more figures that could be coming as a part of the X-Men Vintage line, and it does seem like we are going to be getting a Silver Samurai. And as you can see from the card back there, he's definitely part of that wave. And there is a Wolverine at the side of him, the black Wolverine with the red trim. But there is no card back for that Wolverine. But if we just go on to the next picture, you'll see that we've got the, is it X-Force Wolverine, that? Well, it's a decent Wolverine either way, and a cool new face as well. I'm liking that face sculpt. It looks pretty decent, actually. I really like that. Vintage line figures, definitely. Looks cool. We're getting a new Emma Frost, guys. I called it a while back. New Emma Frost in the making. Can't wait for that. It does seem to be that she got the same body as Polaris there, I think. Looks very similar. But either way, new Emma Frost. Good in my books. But we have gone for a black Emma Frost this time, not the white gowned Emma Frost. For me, Emma Frost will always be the blonde with the white. That will always be Emma Frost to me. But at least we're getting a new figure. Now, this figure I am unfamiliar with. Obviously, it looks like Doctor Doom, but I don't think it's meant to be Doctor Doom, right? Was it one of those Doom bots? Is it the Doom bots? I think it's meant to be that. I'm going to quickly move on. Then we've got these vintage doll series coming out that look really cool. They've got a Poison Ivy, a Batman, a Batgirl, Green Lantern. They've got a boatload of them coming out. But I'm really interested in that Harley Quinn and that Poison Ivy. I'm definitely going to be grabbing them. They're a really cool throwback. And I just really like the way they look. And as you can see around on that picture, it does look like we'll be getting a Kiss variants as well. They're going to be a part of that line as well. So that could be interesting to get some Kiss dolls. Interesting. But definitely Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. I'll be grabbing those for my collection for sure. Now we're getting some new things called Toonie Terrors. These are by NECA. And it's like a little tiny figure. I'm not sure how articulate they're going to be. It looks like the head might move, the legs and the arms. But they seem to be like 5 POA almost. But they're meant to be displayed with the card backs. And they look really cool, like caricatured versions of the horror classic characters. Freddy Krueger looks awesome. There's also Pennywise, both versions in that collection as well. There was a Jason, a Leatherface. I think there was a Chucky as well. Hopefully they'll do a Tiffany as well. But yeah, they look sick. I'm really going to be collecting them because I think they just look awesome. And again, they look like something that could blend well with the Disney Toy Box series. So, incoming skits with those bad boys. We're getting an 8-inch cloth version of the Nun as well, and also the, is it the Twisted Man, did they call him? He looks pretty cool as well, part of the Conjuring universe. Those figures look awesome, clothed versions as well. I'm going to be grabbing both of those. Oh, it's the Crooked Man, the Crooked Man. The Crooked Man run a crooked mile. Yeah, both figures look amazing. I'm a big fan of The Conjuring. Great films. If you haven't seen The Conjuring, check them out. Great movies. Maybe not The Nun. I wasn't too thrilled with The Nun, but the Conjuring series are amazing. We seem to be getting 8-inch scale cloth Trick or Treat Sam. The heavens have answered. I want that figure. You guys know how much I'm into Sam. I have every Sam figure so far, except that there's one that's eluding me. But luckily, we're getting this one, and I'm excited for it because it just looks awesome. It's coming out in Q3 2019. I'll be getting my pre-order in straight away. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of horror content on the channel this year, guys. NECA are knocking it out of the park for me this year, so I hope you're strapped in for some horror fun. That was too cheesy. Let's never do that again. unbuckle that bad boy. Is that it? Is that the end of my slideshow? Yes, it is. I've run out of things to show you guys yet again. But I hope you enjoyed my picks and my favourites from Toy Fair New York. I hope you guys have been following along as well. There is boatloads of other things. People keep commenting, what about this, what about that? I'm kind of picking out the things that I'm most interested in. So I'm sorry if I haven't chosen something that you're interested in, but these are the things that I'm really looking forward to. So this is my opinions on why I think are the best things announced so far. Again, sorry about butchering some of the names. I promise I'm a geek deep down. I should have my card revoked. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. I'm not sure if anything else is going to get announced because the Toy Fair's still until Tuesday. I'm not sure if anything else will get announced. But if it does, I might create another video. If you're enjoying this series of videos, let us know. Would you like me to do more videos similar to this where we look at stuff that's coming out in the future, things that are getting announced? Do you like these kind of videos? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, guys, smash the subscribe button. Subscribing really supports us, really helps us out, and helps us keep making awesome videos. As always, guys, I love you all very much, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you. Bye!